Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on The Wax at 7 o'clock on this Tuesday, June 4th. I'm Nicole Nalepa.
And I'm Nuclo. We want to get right to the weather, so let's say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi for the details on your first alert forecast. Hey there, Jill.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, luckily, you know what? The fog really didn't materialize. So what does that mean for us? More sunshine, a brighter start, all about that, right? Live view in Mystic showing blue skies there. Taking a look at the view from space, there's a patch of cloudiness down towards southern New Haven County into Fairfield. Otherwise, it is bright out there. Any little bits of fog continues to burn off. Visibility is rapidly improving anywhere that fog did develop this morning. Temperatures are mild for the summer year, upper 50s, low 60s. Wind flow coming in from the east right now, eventually the southeast, and temperatures not quite as excessive in terms of highs in the upper 80s. We're talking about highs more so low to mid 80s inland and those low 70s along the shoreline. So looking great today, but eventually, you know what's coming back. Wet pause. That's for Thursday. I'll talk about that rain chance ahead in your first alert forecast. Good morning, Caitlin.
Hey, good morning, Jill. Good morning, everybody. Clicking over to 7:02 here on the dot. If you're heading out the door here this morning, no weather issues. However, we are seeing some delays, and we also have some bright, abundant sunshine. So as you're heading out the door to head to work or bring the kids to school, you will need the sunglasses. Drive times and speeds. Hartford to New Haven on 91. Waterbridge to Hartford 84 eastbound, just about a 50-minute ride there. And then New Haven to the George Washington Bridge 95 southbound, about a 100-minute drive time for you. Heavier delays along the parkway at this time. We're crash and incident free, and that daytime construction work picks up just about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. So let's take you out and give you a live look. You can see things slowing down as traffic is merging from 91 southbound onto 84. This is a live look in Hartford. A live look here in Middletown along Route 9. Traffic volume increasing through that area slightly, but not doing too bad. In and out of the Mixmaster here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound. Things are moving along great. And then in Meriden, 691 east and westbound, things are also doing very well. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, let's get right back to that breaking news we've been following for you from overnight, where we've learned a 1-year-old girl was killed by a hit-and-run driver on New Britain Avenue in Hartford. And now police are searching for the car and the suspect.
We want to get right out to Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler, who is live at the scene right now. So, Olivia, what details can you give us?
Caitlin and Nicole, right now Hartford police are searching for a 2013 black BMW 328xi that has a license from Connecticut, the registration, and you should see that license plate number up on your screen right now. Now, several hours ago overnight, this scene did clear. When we got here, there was still caution tape and a police cruiser here. That was about 3:30 this morning, and you can see now that New Britain Avenue has completely reopened. Really a heartbreaking story. Hartford police responded to reports of a toddler being struck by a car on New Britain Avenue around 11 p.m. An eyewitness we spoke to says they heard a loud noise, went outside and saw a little girl in the road. Now, the eyewitness claims the parents were inside the Top Cat Super laundromat during doing laundry when the toddler wandered outside. Hartford police say the 1.5-year-old girl was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead at Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Now, right now, this is an ongoing investigation. Hartford police are asking that if you have any information about the suspect or you recognize that car, that you do immediately give them a call. We're live this morning in Hartford. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Olivia. And today in Southington, family, friends, and members of law enforcement will gather together to pay their respects to Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier. Church bells, as you hear there, echoed across town yesterday afternoon. Officials observed a moment of silence for Trooper Pelletier, who was killed days ago by a hit-and-run driver. And today, a private wake will be held at Della Vecchia Funeral Home in Southington. His public funeral will be held tomorrow morning at the Xfinity Theater in Hartford at 11. And schools in Southington are closed today due to the anticipated traffic, and students will be let out early tomorrow.
Meanwhile, the community has rallied around Trooper Pelletier's family in wake of his tragic death, and they're raising a lot of money in support for his loved ones. Raise the Standard is a t-shirt company that is printing them in Wyndham, and they tell us they've sold more than 2,000 t-shirts so far honoring the trooper. 100% of that money will go toward his wife and 2 children. Meanwhile, the GoFundMe page approved by the state police has raised more than $430,000. Also, a local Southington business is helping families who are impacted by today's wake. Leadership Martial Arts is offering a free day camp today from 9 to 3:30 at their location on the Waterbury-Meriden Turnpike for the kids who won't be in school today. And again, Trooper Pelletier's funeral is set to take place tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. We'll have live coverage so you can watch it at home as we continue to honor his life.
And this morning, a section of Route 66 in Willimantic is back open this morning after a wild crash that ended up sending 5 people to the hospital. Take a look. We have the surveillance video which captured the moment when that dump truck collided with another car. Emergency responders were called there around 4:30 yesterday afternoon, and they were still on scene until early this morning. The damage was pretty extensive, and police tell us that some of the victims were seriously hurt. We've been reaching out to police trying to get you an update on their conditions. As soon as we hear more, we'll be sure to pass it along to you.
If we're not going to negotiate and we'll make a hostage deal, there's no hope for this country, to Israel.
Outrage is growing in Israel this morning after the military said 4 more hostages were abducted by Hamas and they were found dead. Frustrated citizens in the Jewish nation calling on President Biden right now to help push through a ceasefire and hostage release deal that he outlined last week. But this agreement may not be achievable anytime soon. Hamas is refusing the truce without a permanent ceasefire, and Israel is insistent on eliminating the terror group.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is 7:07, and we're starting the day on the bright side, and fog has not been a big issue. Wonderful news there. Old Saybrook, yeah, that is what you look for every morning, that bright view.
Did you see the boat?
Yes, I saw the boat. I thought you were almost falling over there. I heard like, oh, you said the boat, the boat.
We had a mariner live in the view.
I didn't know what kind of boat, but yes, we had the boat going through. We have the sunshine reflecting off the sound, and we have temperatures kicking off the day in the 50s and 60s. So a warm start, a pleasant finish, not quite as excessive as it has been, but we're going to see temperatures by lunchtime in the upper 70s. Inland and upper 60s along the shoreline. Great day to eat lunch outside, go for a little walk. Not as hot today, but still averaging above average under a mostly sunny sky. Eventually we get rain returning. I'll talk about that in about 10 minutes from now. Back to you, ladies.